the tape for the main event is sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. The 37-year-old Brazilian, Lyoto Machida, taking on the 38-year-old Cuban native, Yoel Romero. Machida is 1 inch taller. He has a half-inch reach advantage. And now for the official introductions for the main event, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Florida State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dr. Mark Williams. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Richard Bertrand, Chris Lee, and Hector Gomez. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, John McCarthy. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, live from the sold-out arena in Hollywood, Florida, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 9 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Pinar del Rio, Cuba, presenting the 2000 Olympic Freestyle Wrestling silver medal winner and the number 6 ranked middleweight fighter in the world, Yoel Soldier of God Romero! And now introducing the opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a karate fighter holding a professional record, 22 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, by way of Belém, Brazil, presenting the former UFC light heavyweight champion and the number 4 ranked middleweight fighter in the world, Lyoto the Dragon Machida!
I want you to fight clean, but fight hard. If you want to touch gloves, touch them down. Good luck to both of you.
Here we go, Lyoto Machida. Right back to live action. He has fought twice since we last saw Yoel Romero. That was in September of last year when he finished Tim Kennedy in the 3rd round. Lyoto Machida and Yoel Romero. Southpaw versus Southpaw. Romero in the violet trunks, Lyoto Machida in the blue. The Brazilians being heard from here early as the Machida chants rain down. Kenny, you fought out of that southpaw stance. Interesting and different challenge when you're fighting fellow southpaw.
It is. You don't encounter them very much in sparring and in fights. Obviously more rare, and we've seen Machida struggle a little bit throughout his career against other southpaws. Phil Davis, Luke Rockhold. And here he's facing another one in Yoel Romero.
Nice kick to the body by Romero. He won't wow you with volume, but his power, some of the best in the division.
Machida looks very relaxed, utilizing a lot of lateral movement as he should against a guy like Romero. But Romero really taking his time, using kicks of his own to keep Machida on the outside.
Machida attacking that lead leg of Romero. Lyoto, one of 11 Brazilians to realize a UFC championship. Some have questioned whether or not his speed is still there. He believes it is.
Both men really utilize a lot of the rhythm changes when they fight. They'll kind of go from slow to fast very quickly, change up the rhythm of how they're moving, in an attempt to catch their opponents. Very intriguing style matchup here.
After fighting Fei Zhao in 2011, Romero started training an American Top Team. He is perfect ever since. Machida again working on the legs of Romero.
Yeah, heavy leg kick there from Machida. And taking some risks against the freestyle wrestler Romero, throwing that leg kick, but he's timing it perfectly so far. Machida showing a lot of trickery. He gets you worried about his hands and throws downstairs with a kick. Gets you worried about his feet and goes upstairs with his hands. Disguises his movement so well. Ooh, almost with that left hand counter drop.
Yeah, Romero slipped his head off of that center line. Under 2 minutes now to go in round one. We are scheduled for 25 minutes.
Machida has a tendency of, or has the ability to hypnotize you with his movement. And then he catches you out of nowhere. Oh, big power there from Romero.
Machida able to shake it off. Seeing a little showmanship from Lyoto here in the early going.
And there's that change of rhythm from Romero. Goes from slow to fast so quickly. You think you have his pacing and his timing, and you don't. There's that step knee there from Machida.
Straight right is there for Machida. 17 combined knockdowns for these guys in UFC competition. Romero has 4 of those. He has never been knocked down in the UFC. We mentioned from Machida, this is 5th consecutive UFC main event. First headliner for Romero, perhaps pacing himself a little bit in the early going. Right out of that break, nice spinning attack by Machida.
We're really seeing a lot of variety from both men right now, John, in this first round. Oh, Machida looking for that left hand.
But did get clipped on the counter by Romero.
Yoel Romero. And more feints and fakes from Machida.
Machida did a nice job in that opening round of darting in and out, picking his spots.
Oh! Both men landing shots in that exchange.
Romero continuing to work that body.
Machida wants to hurt Romero. He has to catch him as he comes in. Romero, really with that power, he can catch Machida going backwards or forwards. Machida not blessed with that same kind of power as Romero. Got to be a little bit slicker with how he catches Romero.
In and out on that lead leg attack for Machida. Certainly a lot of mutual respect on both sides. When Romero was asked about the opportunity to fight Machida, his first response was, wow, what can I say? But it's a fine line of respecting your opponent, but not respecting him too much.
That's the shot Machida's been trying to set up throughout this fight, that left hand counter.
Heavy leg kick by Romero. Left hand is there for Machida. Just over 3 minutes in round 2.
Romero lands that left hand so well against Machida. Both men looking for that shot. Romero utilizing it more offensively, and Machida looking for that left hand on the counter. Very technical fight so far, and interesting that Romero hasn't switched things up with his wrestling.
We mentioned earlier that he has been more takedown reliant over his last 2 UFC fights, but you're right, to this point as we approach the midpoint of round 2. Nary a takedown attempt from Romero.
Both men throwing a lot of the same techniques at the same time, John. Oh, big right hook, look at that. Attempt at a knee. Romero, cat-like. Changes levels in a blink of the eye. Wow.
A special athlete trying to come up with a special win tonight in the highest profile fight of his career. He continues to advance and stop Machida, but Machida slipped that left hand through. Nice flurry there by Romero.
Now Romero trying to switch things up, trying to land that right hook now against Machida. Trying to cut off the cage.
Left hand is there for Romero. Starting to test that chin of Machida, who returns fire.
Yep, Machida goes right, he throws the left hand. Machida goes left, throws that right hook. Oh, nice combination there from Romero.
And now Romero starting to find his range consistently.
And those are the kind of shots, John, that will start to open up the takedowns. Gets the respect, gets Machida to cover up. That allows him to level change and hit those takedowns. Oh, another left hand from Romero.
And that counter left is starting to land with regularity for the slight underdog Romero, taking over the second half of this second round. Kick to the body is there.
Romero getting off balance there. Gotta stay patient. And you see Machida really showing a lot of respect for the power of Romero. He's starting to lean back and throw himself off balance, John. Oh, nice combination, kick combination there from Machida.
So both guys have their moments in round 2. Romero with a leg attack.
Well, Romero starting to cut off the cage and land combinations. Beautiful jab. That too didn't land like I thought. And look at this kick from Machida. Went low, then went high. That's the trickery of Lyoto Machida.
Machida's brother Chinzo, his chief corner, really getting after his brother in between rounds. Telling him he's got to concentrate. Start to control the distance again, but he eats the right hand from Romero.
I had that first round for Machida, the second round for Romero. Oh, nice heavy leg kick there from Romero.
Well, Machida has spent the majority of his UFC career training for 25-minute fights. Will be interesting to see how both of these guys hold up if we do hit the latter rounds, but Romero's confidence growing here in round 3.
Both men are soaked out there, which is going to make things difficult for Romero if he wants to hit those takedowns or control Machida in the clinch. Machida needs to sit down on his punches a little bit more. He's going a little too high. He's overshooting that left hand.
continues to circle.
Oh, there's that knee tap there from Romero.
Oh, huge elbows!
That's it.
Yoel Romero! As soon as the fight hits the canvas, Romero gets the TKO.
There's that pace change for Romero, exploding with brutal elbows. Machida just could not recover. Yoel Romero, elbow after elbow. Like a freight train, John, unbelievable.
A star is born tonight. He bided his time. As soon as the fight hit the canvas, he went for the kill and knocked Lyoto Machida out cold.
If you want to beat Lyoto Machida, you need to demonstrate tremendous patience, and that's what Romero showed tonight. Waiting for his time to explode, and it came in the form of elbows.
And super fresh there in round 3. Yoel Romero. Let's get to the move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, where you can get unlimited data, talk, and text on the nationwide T-Mobile network for $30 period.
Well, here it was, just a beautiful knee tap there, takedown. Flung Machida down to his back, and just short elbows. 4, 5, and that's it. Excellent stoppage there from Big John McCarthy. There's the knee tap. 1, 2, that didn't really hit.